All right, so this video is all about solutions, solutions. We all have problems, we all have issues that we're dealing with in our lives and in the world and whatnot. And these are just some of the things we can do to kind of offset that a little bit. And these solutions are, you know, apply to anything almost across the board that we're dealing with as a society. So, just use them as tools. Use them as tools in your toolbox to help you solve problems. It's not the end all be all because ultimately, you have to manage your existence as you see fit. But just have these tools at your disposal um, as you try to improve your quality of life and the quality of life of those around you. So let's get right into it. Um, so solutions. One solution One positive thing that all human beings can do to make their lives a little bit better is treat your body better. Treat your body better. Health is wealth. I did a series of videos, the health is wealth videos. Tap into those. But it's all about just improving what you put into your body so that you can maximize on what you get out of your body. Um, and that affects your mind as well. People may or may not believe that what you eat affects your mental state, your thoughts. What you eat affects your emotions. People may not believe that, but it's absolutely true. If you're eating a lot of garbage, you're eating a lot of toxins and things of that nature. It's about vibration. So those things are of a low vibration. So your mental equivalent, your thoughts, are going to be of a low vibration dealing with that. Or your emotional, you're going to be in a low vibration emotionally dealing with that. So, when trying to solve any problem or when trying to improve quality of life, first and foremost, improve your dietary habits. Your dietary habits. So that means just basically, there's a lot of stuff out there about what you should and shouldn't eat, this, that, and the third. At the end of the day, get lots of fruits and vegetables. Eat lots of fruits and vegetables. Minimize on, the meat with the hormones in it and the chemicals and the pesticides in it. Minimize that. Minimize your refined sugar intake. Minimize your dairy intake. Minimize the bad salt intake. Um, and things of that nature. So just keep a high vibration through the food that you put in your body. It's very important. It can change your whole mood. It can change your whole outlook. It can change your whole emotional state. So that's very important. Um, the other part of that is water. Drink lots of water. Drink lots of water. Um, so let me put all this into a context. There's no problem that putting these things into place will not help. It may not be the specific solution. We'll get to that later, but these are general things you can do to improve your stance in life. So the second thing is water. Man, you got to drink a lot of water. You're mostly water. Your brain is mostly water. If the water serves as the medium by which your body communicates with itself, by which it assimilates nutrients, digests nutrients, discards waste. Water is the catalyst for everything in your body. So you got to make sure you have a lot of it. You got to make sure it's good water, and you got to hydrate your body consistently. Hydrate your body consistently, man. You should be drinking like between a half gallon and a gallon of clean water every day. That's the goal. So that again will improve your quality of life if you drink more water, especially if you do it in conjunction with improving your diet. Movement. Don't stay stagnant for too long, and that includes mentally. It's not just about physical movement, but mental movement. Expand your mind. Think about different things you never thought about before. Learn about something you never learned before. Read about something. Read about a new subject that intrigues you or that you're interested in or that may seem interesting to you. But then also physical movement. Get into some whatever you like to do. Play basketball. Do yoga. Do Tai Chi. Do Pilates. Do Taibo. Do the PX90. Do whatever. Just get some movement in your body because the universe is about movement and change is about movement. Everything is movement. So you have to capitalize on that energy by moving yourself. So make sure you getting some kind of physical exercise or physical movement and mental stimulation, mental movement, on a consistent basis and getting those kind of things into your life. A real simple way to do that, and this has been successful for a lot of people, is that start with music. So what you do is in the morning, It's important to start your day off on the right tip. So, throw your favorite song on, maybe 4 or 5 minutes or whatever, and just say, yo, I'm just going to do some light stretching and some light breathing, or I'm going to do some light exercise for this 4 or 5 minutes while this song is on. And that's a huge first step. That's a huge first step, and just go from there. And I know some I don't have down here, but that is, also critical to all this is the breathing. Make sure you're taking full deep breaths. Again, there's a video on it, Science of Breath, that you can check out if you're interested in more like details. But the long story short of that is, a lot of times we take shallow chest breaths. We take shallow chest breaths, which is not really that good for us as far as getting enough oxygen in, circulating the oxygen around into our tissues and all that. So what you really want to do is you want to breathe from the bottom of your stomach, fill your stomach all the way out, and then let the air rise into your chest, fill your chest all the way out. And then, you want to hold it there for a little bit, then you want to let it out slow. Don't cheat on the exhale. Don't cheat on the exhale. The exhale is where the money is made at. So exhale slow. And, you want to breathe deeply. You want to breathe slowly. You want to breathe rhythmically. And deeply from the bottom of the stomach. You get more oxygen, you get more life, you get more vitality. A lot of things start to take place for you. We could stop right here, and if we just did those few things that I just mentioned, you will drastically see your quality of life improve. Drastically see your quality by improving your diet, making sure you get enough water, making sure you're getting enough movement, exercise, and breathing properly. Just those 4 things right there will take you to the several plateaus above. But, let's keep going. Do things you enjoy as much as you can. Try new things. Absolutely. Absolutely. You got to be active, man. We are here on this planet. We are here in this incarnation to experience, man. Everything is about experience. Everything is about action, doing things. That is your whole purpose for being here. So get out, do things, meet people, try new things, do things that you're interested in. And because that's the only way to find things that you're interested in is to try new things. You didn't know you liked golf until you played it. You didn't know you liked table tennis till you played it. You didn't know you liked basketball till you played it. You didn't know you liked chess till you played it. So you're not gonna know you like something till you try. So try new things, and then the more things you try, the more things you find you enjoy, and you can start to fill your life with these things, because that's all it is. Your life is a series of experiences. And your object here is to make these experiences as enjoyable as possible. So you want to be doing things that you enjoy on as much as you can. And then to take it a step further, if you can get a job or a career in the area that you're passionate about, in the thing that you're interested in, then that's like hitting the lotto, because it's like you're never working a day in your life if you're doing something that you enjoy. So the point is that just fill your life with the things that make you happy. Do the things you like that make you happy, and try new things, because through that you will find even more things that make you happy. We rolling right along. Okay, one thing that's very, very, very important, and this is about spirituality, and this is about just doing the right thing, basically. But what you want to do is you want to think, feel, and act in the best interest of others. Don't think about more than just yourself. Think about those around you. Think about those people you care about. Think about strangers that you don't even know. It's about carrying yourself with a level of common respect, having some character, having some integrity, some honor. I really can't emphasize that point enough, because it's really what you get out is what you get back type of deal. So you really just want to be living with that energy where you are at least cognizant of how your actions affect others. You need to be very aware of how your actions affect others. It's not just about you. You will head down a very dark, destructive road if all you think of and act in is your own self-interest. So be about others and love others and respect others, and you shall be loved and you shall be respected. Very important. Let's keep it moving. Process challenges, process negative situations, process negative interpersonal emotions and thoughts. That's a mouthful right there. But basically what I'm trying to say is that challenges never stop coming. Obstacles never stop appearing. This is life. This is how that goes. But what you have to do is build habits that allow you to better manage when obstacles arise or better manage when challenges arise. Because what can happen is people can get paralyzed if they're confronted by a problem that they don't think they can solve. They just don't do anything, or they do something totally irrational, which makes the problem worse. And what you have to do is really move forward, move forward, and confront challenges. Confront challenges because the universal script is every challenge you overcome, the stronger you become. Every obstacle that you jump over is a little bit better you just made yourself. And so you get better by the challenges. You get better, when things are going well and when you're in your flow or whatever. You get better then too. But adversity, getting through adversity, implants you with a level of conditioning, whereas you get to evolve to the next stage because you have mastered that level of being. You've mastered that issue. You've mastered that challenge. You've mastered that archetype of energy in your existence, in your reality. So it no longer affects you. So you just graduate. So it's very important to confront challenges, confront negative energy, process negative situations. Process negative situations. So if something is going wrong in your life, and you know something is going wrong in your life, if it is a source of negative energy for you, as in if you think about it, you feel bad, or if you have to go do it, you feel bad, or you think negative thoughts about it. If you're processing a negative, if you're confronted with a negative situation, you have to process it. You can't run from it, is what I'm saying. So if you have an issue or you have something that's happening to you, you have to. I keep saying the word process, but that's like really the best word for it because it is a process by which you dissect what is going on so that you figure out what is the best move to make and what alterations you have to make within yourself in order to conquer the problem. That is processing. You're looking at the situation, you're looking at your role within the situation, and then you're thinking about what do I have to do in order to make this situation right. That's processing. And that's a very honest process. That's a very honest thing that you have to do with yourself because processing is no good if you do not do it honestly. It has to be a deep self-reflection and honest self-reflection about what do I need to alter in my behavior, in my thought patterns, in my emotional patterns, in my physical actions. What do I need to alter in order to make this situation a positive one? And you just have to do that. It's just a part of life. And I can guarantee you, if you run from problems, when you turn around, they're going to be right there looking at you. No matter how far you run, no matter how long you run, the problems are always going to be there. Either there physically or energetically, which is even worse because you're not really interacting with it on the 3D level. You're just interacting with it on the spirit level, so it can manifest in all kind of ways. So you don't want that to happen. You want to confront the problem. Now I'm not talking about the small little things that if you ignore them, they'll go away and they're insignificant and they don't really matter. There's a lot of that too. There's a lot of negative energy out there that you can just simply ignore and it'll go away. And that's all you have to do. But there's some things that happen and you have to confront them. And so you need to be able to know the difference. And you need to be equipped with the metal to be able to engage in that process and master that process time and time again. And it's just like anything else. The more you do it, the better you get at it. So whereas in this stage of your development, you encountered a certain kind of challenge. It may have taken you a week, a month, a year, several years to get over something. But as you evolve and you get better at it and you do it more and more, at this stage in your development, you could be hit with the same level of a problem and just roll through it just like that just because you've done it before. So that's what I mean by downloading the programming into your vessel that allows you to deal with these problems as you need to. So that was a very critical piece. I hope that came across clear. And then process negative interpersonal emotions and thoughts. That's huge right there. That's basically just negative thinking. You want to have positive self-talk. You want to be optimistic. You want to think the best outcomes. You want to keep a positive mental attitude again, because this is a dynamic that's going on where you're communicating with the universe through your thoughts and your feelings. So if your thoughts and your feelings are negative, the universe is going to read that as negative and is going to bring that negativity right back around to you. People call it law of attraction. People call it cause and effect. People call it karma. People call it like attract, like whatever you want to call it. The fact is, what you get out comes right back. So you want to make sure that you don't beat yourself up, because you probably criticize yourself more than anybody in your life criticizes you. And you know, some people may have people in their lives that you know criticize them unfairly, and that's a real reality for some people, and that sucks. That sucks. And especially if it's somebody close to you, somebody you respect, like a parent or an older sibling or something like that. Like that can be very painful. That can be very hard to process and deal with. But I'm gonna skip you to the end of that, and what you're gonna have to realize is that that individual that is putting you down has their own negative processing that they are not dealing with, and therefore they are projecting that onto you, and it's working. They project their shit onto you, and you're absorbing it, and now you're living it. And really, what the best thing is to just really hold that space of forgiveness in your heart and be like, look, I know this person doesn't know, and this takes a while to get to, but you be like, I know this person doesn't know any better. They say things that hurt me, they do things that hurt me, but they got their own stuff that they got to deal with, and trust me, that person's mental inside of their head, the person that's negative, that's talking about you inside of their head, is the worst kind of punishment that you could wish on somebody. So don't wish bad stuff on people, even if they're mean to you, even if they're, you know, hurtful to you, because they're going through their own hell, you know, and that's just how it is, because what's on the inside is reflected on the outside, and what's internal is reflected externally. So if they're projecting negativity outside, you best believe they got it going on inside, which is a hellish existence. So, you know, be sympathetic to that and rise above that. I know it's much easier said than done, but at least you got the roadmap of where this needs to go, so you know how to maneuver and what actually needs to happen. Let me see. Process negative interpersonal emotions and thoughts. Yeah, and then another part of that is really ask yourself, why am I having these thoughts? Am I creating a reality out of fear? Am I creating a reality out of grief? That hasn't even happened yet. I'm thinking to think about the future in a negative way is probably one of the most harmful exercises we engage in as human beings. To think negatively about the future is the worst exercise you can engage in as a human, because it is a the universe is a thought driven creator. It is an emotionally driven creator. So it's going to read your thoughts, it's going to read your emotions about the future and your thoughts about your future, your negative thoughts about the future, and it's going to create that for you. You see what I'm saying? So it's critical to really understand. It's not about not having a negative thought. It's about seeing a negative thought for what it is. Is it really as I'm thinking it? Is the situation really as bad as I'm thinking it is? And if it is, then I need to confront it and I need to deal with it, which takes me back to what we were talking about earlier. But if it's not that serious and I'm overreacting, or I'm blowing it out of proportion, or maybe I'm just scared of how this is going to turn out, then I got to let that go. I got to let that go. And you got to be able to discern between the two. And you'll be able to do that, you know, the more that you engage in these kind of activities. Confront that negativity, man. Some negativity goes away and you can just ignore it, and that's cool. But if it doesn't, you have to confront it, whether it's in yourself or whether it's in other people, man. So that's just the law. I made a video a little while ago called "The 6 Principles of Success." Man, there's a lot of stuff that's applicable in that. Go through that again. Those will all, you know, bring a higher standard of quality for life and really help out in a lot of ways. Stress. Stress is no good. Stress is no good. I know there are stressful situations. I know people, like, a lot of shit happens, a lot of fucked up shit happens, in all kind of ways for all kind of people. And so, you know, I know it's easier said than done, but, you know, hopefully with some of these other tools, you can put things into perspective, which will help take away some of the stress. But don't put undue stress on yourself, man. I mean, it's just not worth it at the end of the day, man. You know, just live life. You know, do the best you can. Live righteous. Treat other people with respect. Love yourself. I mean, and really just do the best you can do. If you do the best you can do, chances are you can get rid of a lot of that stress. And what you'll end up finding out is that a lot of stress is self-imposed or self-inflicted. As in, it's not other people stressing us, it's us stressing ourselves. So we're doing it to ourselves. So at the very minimum, don't do it to yourself. Don't do it to yourself. You know, just really stay in a space of peace and confidence in yourself. And think about the positive. And think about the positive. And don't stay still, man. If you're in a fucked up situation, you got to act. You got to get a plan together. You got to figure some things out. You got to connect with some people that's on the same vibration as you, and you got to make some moves. Ain't no way around that. Um, another big thing is that so often progress a little day and get a little bit better every day, because so often we get caught up in um, trying to compare ourselves to other people or celebrities or whoever the case may be, people we admire. We're like, we need to be like that. But that is hustling backwards, and you're never gonna get that, because they're them and you're you. So what you got to really focus on, becoming the best version of yourself. Becoming the best version of yourself is what this is really about. And it's not about being that version of yourself tomorrow, although it could be, and that's certainly possible. But what's more realistic is that this is an incremental thing. This is a process. So what you really just want to make sure that you're doing, it's not as important that you're perfect tomorrow or perfect next week, that you make it to perfection by then. That's not important. What's important is that you make progress. You make consistent progress. Be just a little bit better every day. Be just a little bit better today than you were yesterday, and be a little bit better tomorrow than you were today. And then once you do that, you look up in a week and you'll be like, whoa, look how far I made it. Then you look up in a year and be like, oh shit, I was a totally different person. And that's really what it's about. It's about incremental progress, because these are experiences, man. Like I said, this is a series of experiences we're undergoing. So it's just important to make every moment count and make the best out of each moment. And then by making the best out of each moment, you will eventually make the best out of your life. Okay? Control and master yourself and your perceptions. Yeah, I'm going to come back to that one. Positive mental attitude. Keep a positive mental attitude, man. Expect good things to happen to you. Look for the best in situations. Don't be a complainer. Look for solutions. Stay on the positive end of the spectrum. Keep a positive mental attitude. And that includes putting yourself in a positive situation with other positive people. If you got 10 dirtbags hanging around you, chances are you're the 11th dirtbag. And that's just is what it is. We as human beings are products of conditioning, products of our environment, to a large degree. And so you can't, in order to be successful, you have to put yourself in an environment where you can be successful. You know what I'm saying? You have to set yourself up to be successful. You have to maneuver in such a way where, because it's not just going to fall in your lap. You need to be able to actually make the moves. So what I'm saying is be conscious of the people you have around you. Be conscious of the environments that you choose to go to, the venues that you choose to go to, the events you choose to attend, the people that you choose to interact with, and how you choose to interact with them. Be conscious of these things, because these will end up affecting you and influencing you, one way or the other. So you want to put yourself around positive people who about their business. You want to put yourself around respected people who know how to uphold community respect and community ideals and have character. You want people with character around you. Okay? Because if you got people around you who are taking advantage of other people and deceiving other people, robbing, stealing from other people, if you have those people in your circle, how long do you think it is till they turn on you? But even if they never turn on you, the point is that they're bringing an energy into your environment that is not going to be conducive for your improvement. So just, long story short, if you really want to be successful, you have to put yourself in a situation where you can be successful. And you have to surround yourself with people who are going to support your success and encourage your success, and not hinder your success. I've seen too many talented people fall because, they had some people attached to them that just they couldn't shake. They couldn't get away from. And people will bring you down. People will bring you down. And that's not to say just leave everybody behind, but that's like say, listen, man, people got their own things that they got to deal with. So if people got their own demons that they got to deal with, or their own negative patterns that they got to process and they got to handle, then let them handle that. But don't let them take you down while they handling their business. So be aware of that. I'm gonna come back. I'm gonna go back to control and master yourself and your perceptions. And this is such an important point, man. Is that it's never ever ever. You need to have control of yourself. You need to have as much control over your thoughts as possible, as much control over your emotions as possible, as much control over your actions, conscious control of your actions as possible. Because it's not the external situation that dictates your feelings. It's not what happens to you. It's never what happens to you. It's always how you react to it. Okay? The external influences influence you to feel one way or another depending on how you process the situation. But at the end of the day, the choice is yours how you see and view that situation and choose to interact with that situation. So don't let the external dictate the internal. Make your internal dictate the external. This is a key fundamental point, because then you will come to realize it's not about what happens to you. You can't view the events in your life as good or bad. If you did the best you could, if you were acting in the highest self-interest, if you did everything with a high character, and did things with high levels of integrity, you're good. You're good. Keep going down that road. That's the road. That's the winner. That's the winning road right there. That's the yellow brick road. But when you start getting into all this other tomfoolery, ain't no telling where you're gonna end up. So I'm saying all that to say, it is your perception of the reality that determines how the reality is. I gave the example in the last video. I was like, if somebody walks into the house right now, my reaction to that person will determine that experience. It could be the same person, but I could react to it two different ways. You see what I'm saying? If my mom walks in right now, I can be like, oh man, my mom's here. Oh my gosh, I got to hear about this, da 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 da, Or I could be like, oh, my mom's here. The giver of life, the giver of birth, the reason I'm here, the one who shows me love, the one who holds me down, the one who supports me no matter what. The one who I love, the one who I came up with, the one who I came from. That puts the situation in a whole different paradigm. And you can do that with any situation. With any situation. And that's about looking for the positive in the situation as opposed to looking at the negatives in the situation, because there will always be both. Realize that. There will always be both present. There will be negative aspects to a situation. There will be positive aspects to a situation. Focus on the positive. And your entire existence will change. Your entire paradigm for experiences will change and improve and get better. Okay? So, again, I expand on a lot of these topics in some of the other videos. Go check those out for more info. But this was just, if people are looking to turn stuff around, if people are looking to improve themselves, like I'm looking to improve every day. So I want all the help I can get. So hopefully this is helpful to anyone. It was certainly helpful to me. So hold on, be strong. We'll be back soon. We gotta talk about something. What are we gonna talk about next time? We gotta talk about some economics, man. We gotta get some money around here. Then we gonna talk about this liberation, because we gotta get free around here. All right, I'm out at you.